Hi everyone, welcome to the Healing Space. I am so excited to talk to you about today's topic. My name is Ravina. I am a pre-licensed mental health therapist. I am on a mission to spread awareness, break stigma, and discuss psychoeducation, practical tips that will help you navigate everyday challenges. If you haven't already, go ahead, like, share, and subscribe to this channel so you can get notifications about our future videos. Feel free to drop a comment. I'm looking forward to reading your comments. In the last video, we talked about social messages that shape the way we think about ourselves, but also about the world around us. And sometimes these messages can hold us back. Let's talk about cognitive behavioral therapy, aka CBT. Quick question for you. Have you ever caught yourself thinking something like, I always mess things up, or people probably don't like me? Yeah? Today we are diving into a powerful approach that can help you challenge those thoughts and take back the control of your mind. So, here is what we are going to explore together. What is cognitive behavioral therapy? How can a simple worksheet help you raise awareness of these own negative thoughts and patterns? Ever wondered why we believe thoughts that tear us down, or how to break the cycle when our mind starts spiraling into worst case scenarios? Stick around because we will even walk through a CBT style worksheet that you can use to spot and explore those sneaky negative thoughts. We all have them. You're not alone. What is cognitive behavioral therapy? CBT was primarily developed by Aaron Beck in 1960s. He was a psychiatrist trained in psychoanalysis. You have probably heard about people saying CBT is an evidence-based practice. Through his work and research, particularly with patients suffering from depression, he began to notice that there were some negative patterns in their thinking. He proposed that these automatic negative thoughts were central to the development and the maintenance of depression and other psychological disorders. He developed something called cognitive therapy, which later was called cognitive behavioral therapy, called CBT. So let's look at the core idea of the CBT. There is a triangle that can help us understand the impacts of our thoughts, behaviors, and feelings. Have you ever noticed how one tiny thought can completely change your mood and maybe even your entire day? Let's break it down. Thoughts. These are the things we say to ourselves in our mind, like, I'm not good enough, or what if something bad happens? Then we have feelings. So these are the emotional and physical reactions that we experience. It could be anxiety, sadness, guilt, or even racing heart or sweaty palms. Then we can look at the behaviors. These are the actions that we take or we avoid based on those thoughts and feelings we have. Example could be skipping social events or procrastinating or avoiding eye contact, and there is more. What if changing your thoughts could change how you feel and what you do? For example, if you think I am going to fail, how might you feel? Anxious, hopeless, or what might you do? Maybe avoid trying altogether, right? CBT can help you interrupt this cycle. So instead of just reacting, it can teach you to step back and say, wait a minute, is this thought helpful? Is it even true? You can find evidence for or against this thought. So from starting to develop patterns that are more balanced and feelings that are calmer and take healthier actions. Have you ever caught yourself stuck in the thought, feeling, behavior loop? Drop a comment and let me know. We all have been there. Unlearning can be harder than learning something new. It takes time and practice to change the way we think and act. This kind of therapy isn't a right fit for everybody and every situation because people's needs are different, experiences are different. So sometimes it helps you to do a brain dump. Just write down your thoughts without judging them, just like journaling, or take time to reflect on the ones that really hold you back. But it's best to do this with therapists because they can support you as you explore tough thoughts, because these thoughts can be really intense. A therapist can really help you pause when things get worse, help you regulate your nervous system, and then work at the pace that you feel safe. So let's look at the CBT thought record sheet and explore some examples, section by section. Let's look at the CBT worksheet. There are so many examples out there. The sections are situation, automatic thoughts, emotions, behaviors, evidence for or against, alternative thoughts, and you would re-rate the intensity of the new emotions or the same ones. In this worksheet, you might write down date and time. Number 1 would be situation. So you'll talk about what happened, where were you, who were you with. So an example could be, oh, I got a text from my boss while I was in my office. I was alone. Number 2, automatic thoughts. What popped into my head immediately? What did I say to myself? It could be, am I in trouble? All of a sudden, now I feel very anxious. The intensity is 60%. I also feel surprised. The intensity of that surprise is 90%. Then the third could be behavior. What did I do once I had these thoughts? Then I said, I assumed something is wrong and started freaking out. I feel stressed and anxious. Then the evidence for this thought. Is this really a true thought? Then I thought, I'm thinking this way because I overheard my peer have a really negative experience. Then, okay, what might suggest that this thought is not accurate? I'm not doing anything wrong. Maybe there's nothing to worry about. Then I have this balanced alternative thought that is more realistic, right? Maybe it's a positive something that my boss wants to talk about, or my boss needs clarification about something. Then I'm re-rating the emotions I had before. And now the new emotion after the alternative thought is I felt big relief. I felt like I am more open-minded. I'm curious to know what really happened, and the intensity of that is a little bit less. Then I thought about, okay, so what next behavior or situation that I want to come up with when this happens again next time? Maybe I need to practice and learn to not assume anything beforehand. Just go and find out. So here is a worksheet that you can try. There are multiple worksheets. There are a lot of resources online, but do talk to your therapist, gain their suggestion. I hope this was helpful. You can add to our last video, which was about negative social messages that we think about, but today we talked about the internal beliefs and talk we have with ourselves, automatic thoughts, where we just reach the conclusion without doing the process of looking at thoughts, behaviors, and our feelings. So that gives you more clarity when you think about a situation that you're anxious about, stressed about. This time you have something practical to think about. Pick something that you want to explore that's not really intense. You feel comfortable on your own to explore. This was a lot of information. You all did great. Stay tuned for the next video. I hope you are kind to yourself. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.